Mayor of the City Council of Juba, ladies and gentlemen, all people I observe, it is my pleasure and honor to stand before you and on behalf of my government of the Republic of Southern Sudan, and as my capacity as Minister of Trade and Industry, I mark the official opening of this occasion, very important occasion for the Republic of South Sudan and Uganda Business Forum and its visions. I really appreciate the role played by the Director General for Trade Fair and its vision in South Sudan. She has been playing a big role. Since I took over my office in 2020, she has conducted so many trade fairs in Juba, in South Africa, and in Dubai. This lady has a real experience to market our products of South Sudan. To start with again, our business community in South Sudan have been facing so many challenges since 1955. When we took arms in 1955 against the government of Sudan, it did not give us a chance for our business community to promote business. Some of them have died during that time. Some ran to other countries to save their lives. Again, when we took our arms again, in 1983, there was interruption of business community in South Sudan again. They could not run their business again. After we got our independence in 2011, we were interrupted again by our internal companies, which have disturbed our business community again. Now we cannot say real business community in South Sudan. Most of them have lost their life. They have lost their property. But as you know, South Sudan, we are a landlocked country. We have been facing so many challenges in this country. To promote business in South Sudan, it needs certain things to be put in place. When there is no peace in this country, business cannot be run. The road network is not available for this community to reach productive areas so that they can go and get those products and take them to the other countries. Also, the other challenge is facing us now. It is a big question of the smuggling our products. Our products are being smuggled to our neighbor countries. Because we have so many borders, there is no proper checking points. The only checking points we have, the only normally, Kaya and Alpal and Rang. But still, there is too much smuggling in the forest. As you know very well that the products you are getting in the market in Uganda, most of them are being smuggled. You go there and get dry fish, skin of goats, and hides of the cattle, horns of cattle, honey, gum, and other products. They are being taken there. The timber being exported by smugglers. We go to the neighbor countries. They're not being done by the business people. Those who are doing these things are those who are smugglers. They're not the real one. Another challenge is there's no proper, what they call, balance of payment in this country. We are not using what we call LC, letter of credit, to the banks. So that our business people can use commercial banks. So that a businessman who wants to import goods in neighbor countries should use commercial banks. So that they can be able to use commercial for LC. Now the goods being imported from South Sudan, from neighbor countries, the business people who are doing business here, they don't channel their money through commercial bank or central bank. They just take them in bags and take them and go to the neighbor country. The same thing when they were exporting, because there is no proper export here in this country. Legally we see that the balance of payment is not in place, so that we can be able to know how much we are exporting, how much we have been importing, to compare. We thank Uganda because most of the goods we are now enjoying in this country, they come from Uganda. Some come through Uganda using the only one route. That is a problem. We really appreciate for that Uganda. We know very well that South Sudanese have benefit from Uganda in so many ways. In the first war, from 1955 to 1972, Uganda received our refugees. And those refugees who went to Uganda, they want to educate their children. And that is now running the affairs of the South Sudan. The same thing. In 1983 up to 2005, there was refugees went back to Uganda, and they got educated. They educated their children. Currently now, we have over 1.4 million South Sudanese in Uganda, refugees. Those who ran away from 2013, they are still now in Uganda. And they have now their children are being educated there. And this is the best thing we really appreciated the Uganda government for what they have played. The president of Uganda has played a big role during IGAD talk. The peace that now we are enjoying now, he is one of the key presidents who played a big role. And also he is a grantor. When the final peace was signed in Khartoum, he is a grantor now. We have been talking to our president, to our principals who have signed the peace agreement to implement the peace. Because he says that South Sudan is a part of his country, is a part of a friend country. We should not like to see that there is an insecurity prevailing in the country. As is mentioned by those who spoke before me, and most of the Ugandans who are in South Sudan here, there are so many. And we don't want them to be insecure. Because the first duty of government is to protect life of the people and the property of its people. I have to assure you that we are working very hard to achieve our peace in this country. And we have to see that promote our peace. If we promote our business community, people can be able to run their business safely. South Sudan is a very fertile land. We have so many resources. We need investors to come and invest in South Sudan. There are big opportunities in South Sudan for Uganda's investors to come and invest in South Sudan. If you get a Uganda here in South Sudan, He's not a stranger. We feel that he's a South Sudanese, and even we consider he's a South Sudanese. We don't discriminate. Cannot say that South Sudan is a free trade country. We are members of East African community. But we want to really to do our work of East African community. We have to do proper trading between Uganda and South Sudan before we move to other countries. We are committed to be members of East African community, and we have to continue. We have to see that the work is well done. Also, we have a big challenge in Africa. We have created now African Continental Free Trade Area, but we are not doing anything. We are not connected. If you have seen now, we are bothering Central Africa, Congo, Uganda, Kenya, and Ethiopia, and Sudan. But we don't have highways to connect us. We don't have highways. That if there is roads to connect us with these countries. When I went to Turkey last year, we have been challenged because about 48 of us went there, Minister of Trade. The president of Turkey told us that you Africans, you have so many natural resources, you have very fertile lands. The world can defend from Africa. But we are not connected. The boundaries we have been created by the British during those years to restrict movement of people to other countries is still being maintained now as it is. It is only East African community who are now connected. But other parts of Africa are not connected. But we have products, we have resources we can feed the whole world. Especially South Sudan and Uganda. We have really resources the whole world can depend on it. It is time now for us as people, as brothers and sisters, to do our business properly, and then this business can benefit the whole East African community and the whole Africa and the whole world. South Sudan is a member of East African community and a member of African Continental Free Trade Area and World Trade Organization. And the same thing, I think Uganda has the same thing. These words now, we know that you Uganda's business here in South Sudan, we are not so rough like other business who are trading in South Sudan. We know you that very well. But what is lacking here in South Sudan, as one of the other challenges, is a power. As has been mentioned by my colleague, you Uganda, we have enough power. We have that power, in that energy to be extended to neighbor towns like Numale, Kaya, Ye, and other small towns here, so that we can make some performance in that area. For me, we are here as a Minister of Trade. We have to promote business activities in the country. We have to regulate the movement of goods at the same time for export and for import. We have signed MOU since 2012, but nothing has been implemented. Only last year, when the President Museveni said that Uganda's citizens or South Sudanese citizens should come free without paying visa to Uganda. When our President heard that thing, he did the same thing also. He instructed those of the migration that Ugandans should come also without paying visa. But what we want from you As was mentioned by the Director General of Customs, we need a proper document to be so that you bring out your passport there, and so that you know, and your business, what you have been registered there in Kenya, in Uganda, so that we know. If something happened to you, we can identify you. At the same time, you, South Sudan is a free, as has been mentioned by my colleague. If you go to a big 10 states now, and 3 areas, you get Uganda there. We don't say that we go to your country. No, we don't say it that way. They are allowed to move freely. The area where there is security, they are allowed to go. Where there is security, we cannot say that go to that area. See their own will. In this case, we want you as Uganda's business community, come and invest. We know you very well that you have some skills. We are available with you. We want those skills to be transferred to South Sudan. Come and register here. Register your companies in South Sudan so that you can enjoy the benefits of the businessmen in South Sudan. We are here to protect your business. We are here to protect your life. This is our role as the government. Therefore, because the more money you invest here, you will employ our people. You will also our people will learn from you. Therefore, this is what we need. There are some areas in MOU who have not been implemented. And also, as a part of this African community, there should be a free movement of goods. But currently, as South Sudanese, as you know very well that we are not utilizing our resources so that we can be able to pay our employees and make some development. This is why we cannot allow now to make our goods we move freely. What we are going to do, when we are going to discuss the MOU tomorrow, which areas, so that we are going to have, we shall benefit both sides. That MOU, which is very good, well drafted, but it needs some amendment to be made in it, so that each businessman knows that this MOU will benefit both sides. Another thing is that, as was mentioned by my colleague, it is true. There are some business, not Uganda alone, there are some foreigners, like Somalia, you have Ugandan, you have Ethiopian. They go and buy far goods from Uganda, from Kenya. They come and dump them here in South Sudan. Also, we need your Bureau standard should be very careful when the goods are being exported to South Sudan. It should be checked properly, so that when they come to South Sudan, they are checked by our Bureau standard, that we will find that it is a good quality for human consumption. These are things we have to be put in the MOU when we are going to look into it tomorrow or today. Anyway, for us here as South Sudanese, Uganda, we see that these are our brothers and our sisters. The benefits in South Sudan are getting in South Sudan, we are free to get them. Nobody is taking them to you. And the same thing will be done in Uganda side. For me, during the war, I got a passport from Uganda. For my movement. I have it now. That thing, that help was given to me for my movement by Uganda government. It was really a great support for our movement. And there are other people who got the passport from South Sudan, from Uganda, to ease their movement, to go to Europe, go to America, to go anywhere. And this is what we need, that help you did to us, we shall not forget. And we shall try our level back to repay back in other form. This is what we want here. Anyway, what I want from the business community forum, when they are going to meet to revise the MOU and the staff of the Ministry of Trade of Uganda, I think go cleanly and check properly. We want those MOU to be well drafted so that we present it to both governments, the government of South Sudan and the government of Uganda, so that we come up with a good document we will benefit our children who are coming behind us. The coming generation needs to enjoy the benefits of two countries. For the future, the whole East African country or the IGAD countries will be one. Will be one, and they will do the same thing. For us, we are ready to serve Uganda as brothers and sisters. And this was our role. From here, I would say that declare the workshop open, and thanks.
Thank you very much. We will do a quick exercise. There are some gifts from the delegates from the Republic of Uganda to our government dignitaries. And as we finish that exercise, our ministers, senior government dignitaries will also have a seat, like the private sector. To begin with, I think Mugisha, you are ready, and the ambassador is also ready. I would like to begin with a Honorable Minister of Trade, Honorable Kuala Tianma Yuen. There is also a gift from the private sector of Uganda to you. And I hope the ambassador is having it. So he's handing over the press, the media houses. Thank you very much. This is the kind of the culture that we want to adapt. This is a social coexistence. Number two, we have, yes, Honorable Minister, you can take your seat. I would like also to call upon the Honorable Minister Anyoti Adigo, the Minister of Livestock and Fisheries. Onyoti Adigo. Thank you, Onyoti. Sorry for pronunciation. You know. Yes, the press are ready. Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Onyoti. So your father name is the one began with A. So sorry for that. Thank you. And now, I think now you are very happy. Yeah. So I apologize for that. Number three is Ambassador Simon Dugu Michael, the Ambassador of South Sudan to Uganda. I think you deserve Uganda popcorn. Huh? I need also to call upon number 4, Honorable Ochum Gines Carlos, the PS of the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Yeah, he's a very tall man. I think some of you are behind there, you are seeing him. Good. Number 5, I would like to call our Lord Mayor, Alejabu Michael. You are highly welcome. Sorry, before we are really very sorry to call you Alejabu Mohammed. You are called Alejabu Michael. So we have corrected it now. I would like also to call the next person who has really helped us in all the corners, Lieutenant General Atem Marol Biar, Director General of Immigration Registry and Alliance Control. He has really helped the private sector of Uganda in all ways, by airports, through the roads. You deserve. Thank you. And your counterpart is there. You will meet with him after we finish here.
Kale zenteekateeka ziri mu ggwanga erya South Sudan abamu ku baganda baffe betugenda okubanga tuddukanya nabo business mu ggwanga erya Uganda. Of course South Sudan ze zimu ku mawanga agali mu kago gwa East African Community, twogera ku mawanga nga Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi. South Sudan ne baganda baffe aba Democratic Republic of Congo. Buterevu mbaniriza nate mu program Uganda tukolenze Fred Makuya. Buterevu tuli ku plot 42 ku Nile Avenue kwongera okutunuulira ensonga ezigenda ddala maaso mu ggwanga erya Uganda. Twagala n'okwebaza mmwe abatugoberedde okuviira gye twatandise mu SMB Smart Means Business ne Joram Paul Sonko ate ne Sebare mu nsonga eza financial markets abakutte n'abatambuza paka ku nteekateeka ez'eggwanga erya Sudan. Olukuŋŋaana olutandise olunaku olwaleero era lugenda kutambulira ddala paka ennaku 3 wakati w'eggwanga erya Uganda ne South Sudan. South Sudan oyo mbere mu ku baganda baffe betuddu akakasizza nga bannamakolero mwenna